Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I hope everything's okay in your life. In this video I will share what I know about Dark Bonghwang, one of the Black Shrine party bosses. This boss is a bit more complex compared to Uturi, Jigwi and Bulgasal, so you should give yourself some time to adjust. No, it is definitely not very difficult. It is just that some things might feel different and you will need to keep trying and take your time to get used to them. During this process also allow time for your teammates and stay calm. In the first part of the video, I will discuss the mechanics. In the last section, you will find a 6-minute example. This duration may be considered slow for a hardcore parties, but it is generally an average time. Teams attempting records runs have the potential to get under 3 minutes. Let's not drag this out and move on to the details. First, I want to explain the poison mechanics. If you take damage from any skill used by the boss, a poison debuff marked with a dragon symbol will be applied to you. This debuff stacks over time based on the number of hits you take by any skill. More than 3 poison can be lethal, so it is crucial to avoid taking damage from the skills. Of course, there is a solution to this poison situation. When you enter the whirlpools in the water located in the circular trench around the arena, you can cleanse yourself. Remember, you need to be on the surface of the water. If you dive and stay in the bottom, cleansing will not occur. On the other hand, you can also find these whirlpools in the water pools outside the arena. The boss has 2 phases, and when you complete the first phase, you will see that the water in the trench around the arena turns into lava. This means that in the second phase, if you have poison stack on you, you need to go to the water pools on the outer edges. Classes that can fly or jump certain distances can quickly cross over. Other classes can enter the whirlpools located at the edge of the arena, which will bounce you and allow you to glide. This way, you can pass to the other side. Remember, you will only do this in the second phase. In the first phase, the whirlpools in the trench around the arena will be sufficient. Additionally, we will use these whirlpools at certain times for jumping in some mechanics. You will need to get used to this gliding in the air situation. It may feel a bit different at first in terms of mobility. I have also another suggestion for you. Since this is a boss fight where you will mostly be in the water, you might prefer costumes that provide a swimming buff. As soon as the boss starts, it will land in the center and use a short frontal skill. During this time, I recommend you quickly move behind it and deal damage. However, I must remind you that outside of the main mechanics, the boss can occasionally land for a brief moment. During this time, you may have a chance to deal some damage. However, most of the time, we will complete the mechanics and use the moments when the boss is stunned or while using long skills. I want to explain one of its main skills, the brazier skill. When you see the message on the screen that says, "The burning brazier emanates a powerful aura of Dark Bonghwang," know that you need to go to the glowing brazier. Gather quickly here and use all your buffs. The boss will land with its back turned to you. Attack with all your power. After a certain amount of damage, the boss will become stunned and it will lose the DP buff on it, giving you a chance for free DPS. Try to deal as much damage as you can. Just as this skill ends, a small red area will appear around it. Immediately use PV iframe out of this area to avoid taking extra poison stack. When you see the message, "Caution, Dark Bonghwang's energy engulfs Bonghwang's nest" on the screen, by the way we call it nest skill, move to the edge where the boss is located. Hide in the corners of the arena. The boss will use a powerful skill. Do not forget, you need to stand in the second stair. If you stand in the first stair, you will die. You can understand that the boss is moving by the movement of its name. When the boss moved a little bit, you will know that you can leave the corners and you can start the DPS immediately. In the next phase, the following message will appear on the screen. When you see these messages, the boss will create a large circular storm around it. Your goal is to use the whirlpools in the trench around the arena to jump and fall into the center of the arena. This part will depend a bit on RNG. When you land with your friends 5, 6 or 7 times, the boss will become stunned. My suggestion is as follows. All 5 members of the party should quickly jump inside. Remember, you can use the LMB key to make a quick landing while in the air. If 5 people are not enough, without taking any risk, 2 fast members in the party can quickly pass through the storm and jump again to land in the center area with the whirlpools. During this time, those 3 people in the middle can spam PVI frame to protect themselves from poison stack issue. At the end of this mechanic, the boss will get CC, giving you a chance for free DPS. Now, we come to the game that will appear at the very beginning of the second part. You will see a blue spheres surrounded by yellow lights at the top of the area around the arena. These are actually water orbs. The ones surrounded by the yellow are the water orbs you need to blow. You will see total 5 yellow targets. You need to jump to these orbs using the jumping points located at the edges of the arena. As an additional note, while performing the jumping mechanics, stay away from the sun-shaped orb in the center of the arena. You can use the other blue water orbs to reach yellow orbs, because these water orbs will allow you to jump again and maintain your altitude to some extent. This way you can easily reach targets that seem difficult to access. As I mentioned at the beginning, it will take time for you to get used to the flying mechanics. You should give yourself and your team a little time. When you blow all the yellow glowing water orbs, the boss will be on the ground and you should take all buffs and attack to reduce its HP. When you see the message on the screen, you have entered the egg minigame. Eggs will appear in the small arenas around the arena. You need to break these eggs. Classes can fly or jump, can quickly pass through these areas. Or you can use the jumping points edge of the arena. Remember, only one person must be in the area and only one person must deal damage to the egg. It is sufficient for one person to go to break the one egg. If you send more than that, the boss will use skill that kills everyone. Choose 2 members from your party who can suitable for this task and let them kill the eggs. Those who break the eggs can stay in the middle of the area because they will be able to jump with an effect in the exact center, making it easier to rotate in the large area in the middle. After this egg phase, boss will use a skill and you will have a time to deal back attack damage. Yes, that was the mechanics in general. I would recommend giving your team some time at the beginning. It will take time to get used to it. The 6-minute example you will watch shortly was from a time when my team and I were inexperienced. Never forget that mechanics are things you may encounter multiple times. Your DPS may be low depending on your gear level, and this may mean repeating the same mechanics. Don't let this confuse you. There is nothing wrong with it. I hope you guys like my contents. Do not forget, BDO is just a game. Have a nice game.